Today you're going to learn how to improve high ferritin and insulin resistance 50% in 4 weeks. My name is Dr. Tom Rofrano from the Natural Medicine Clinic in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, and author of The Free Diet. And I've had the pleasure of seeing over 100,000 patient visits over the last 37 years, many of whom have gut and thyroid issues and abnormal ferritin levels. So I had this patient who was in his 40s come in, who was just feeling very frustrated. He had high ferritin for many years in the 500s. Then it went up to the 700s. So he was told to donate blood. He did that, and a year later it was 836. Feeling pretty awful, tired. He had digestive issues his entire life. IBS, was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, had fatty liver, and just was just looking for help. So the first thing we did was get comprehensive lab testing. And when you typically go to the doctor, they will do a CBC chemistry panel, lipids, TSH. You want to make sure beyond that, though, you check your ferritin, iron, TIBC, and saturation, because you want to know how your ferritin level is and if it's related to iron overload. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it's not, like in his case. So then you look at, you want to get CRP, GGT, LDH, ANA. We'll show you if it's related to inflammation, assess liver function, autoimmune, and then very important, insulin, A1C, uric acid. So insulin resistance is the most common cause of high ferritin, ultimately leading to fatty liver as well and diabetes. So he did have insulin resistance, and then you want to look at thyroid, further adrenal function, other hormones, and then some basic vitamins there. So from there, I also like to look at, so that's, at the minimum you want to get a comprehensive health panel. From there I also like to look at functional testing to assess root causes. So deficiencies, he had many there, toxins, infections. He had, for instance, candida, overgrowth. He also had leaky gut and inflammation in his gut. So ferritin can also be related to elevated inflammation, by the way. Hormone imbalance, food reaction. So gluten is a common thing I see with high ferritin. So he had gluten sensitivity along with celiac genetic markers positive. Now that we know the underlying causes, how do you get better from here? So number one is diet. So the diet that I use, I call it the free diet. I came up with this years ago as I was dealing with my own health issues, autoimmune, thyroid, rheumatoid. So I had Hashimoto's, rheumatoid arthritis, antibodies, plus IBS, fatigue, skin issues. So I had to figure out how to get better. So I came up with this diet. I call it the free diet. It's free of not only gluten, but gluten, grains, sugar, yeast, dairy, eggs, soy, legumes, nightshades, processed foods, all those foods most commonly responsible for inflammation, chronic gut, thyroid, and other health issues. So it's very simple. For breakfast, you do a smoothie. If you want, by the way, a copy of the free diet phase 1 food chart, we'll put a link below for you, and also we'll include a recipe for the smoothie and a shopping list and some other resources. So a smoothie for breakfast, lunch and dinner, meat, chicken, fish, plenty of vegetables, lots of healthy fats. So it's an anti-inflammatory diet. And beyond the diet, which is the foundation, we do supplements. So I start with the functional 5, which is multi-fish oil, vitamin D with K, magnesium, and probiotic. And then in his case, we also use curcumin for inflammatory support, gut support supplements, nutrients for deficiencies that he had, including vitamin C. So yes, even though he was taking vitamin C, his ferritin still went down 50%, and he was eating beef regularly. And liver support supplements, we use those as well. And after 4 weeks, his uric acid decreased to optimal levels, and his insulin, cholesterol, triglycerides, GGT, ferritin all dropped between 30 and 60%. For instance, his cholesterol dropped 227 to 158, triglycerides 149 to 98, his insulin dropped down to 4.3, which is a 60% improvement. His ferritin dropped 50% down to 202. So, and he dropped 13 pounds in the first 4 weeks. Best part was he was feeling great. His energy and moods improved. He was sleeping better. His gut issues cleared up. And he hadn't been this weight since high school, so he was feeling fantastic. So if you have high ferritin or any of these other chronic health issues, number one, get the proper testing so you can find out the root causes. Then you can be provided the right solutions. And if you do that, I believe almost anyone can get better. So thanks for joining me today. I'll put a link below for the pre-diet phase 1 food chart, and feel free to like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.